Okay, we're going to start a new unit, and everything we've done up to this point, we've been dealing with the trig, and trig only works in right triangles. Except that's not exactly true. We have two laws. One is the law of sines, and the other is the law of cosines, which we will talk about in a few days. The law of sines is actually very, very easy. This is going to be a pretty short video. It's just a ratio. The length of the side A is to the sine of angle A, as B is to the sine of B, as C is to the sine of C. Now, I guess this works for any triangle, not only right triangles, any triangle, except for if we are, it cannot be used if we are given, three sides. And if you remember back in geometry, when we were dealing with congruent triangles, they would call that side, side, side. So it doesn't work for side, side, side. Basically, what we're going to be doing is solving a triangle, which means you're given a couple pieces of it, and you're just going to find everything else. It can't also be used if you were given two sides and the included angle. But that's where the law of cosines comes in. So don't worry about that. All right, so you got to be very careful and look at your given information. If you have side, 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 or side, angle, side, you cannot use the law of sines. All right, so basically all we're going to be doing is we're going to solve triangle ABC, and we're going to be given some information. So we're going to get the measure of angle A is 35.3. The measure of angle C, 15.2. And side B is 12.5. So we can just sketch any triangle. We don't know what this triangle looks like. I'll just draw it as an equilateral. We have no clue. So angle A, B, C, capitals of course. Opposite angle A is side A. Opposite C, of course, is C, and the same for B. So what are we given? We're given A, so we're given this angle. We're given C, given that angle, and we're given side B. So we're given angle, side, angle. So that's not one that's eliminated. So all we're going to do is set up our ratios and solve for the unknowns. So I have side B, but I don't have angle B to get a ratio. But if I know measure angle A, measure angle C, we can certainly find the measure of angle B, because angle A plus angle B plus the measure angle C, we know is going to equal 180 degrees. So we add those two together, subtract from 180, measure angle B is going to equal 129.5. So now we get a better idea of what this triangle looks like. It doesn't look anything like what I drew here because we have an obtuse triangle. So we can come up with an obtuse triangle like this. So the obtuse angle is B. This one is smaller, this one is bigger. So this would be A here, and this would be C. We know B is 12.5. Let's see, this is 129.5. It's not going to fit in here. A is 35.3. And C is going to be 15.2. So solving the triangle, we're just going to find the length of all sides and the measure of all angles. So we were given two angles. We found the third angle. We're just going to have to come up with the length of side A and the length of side C. Okay, so now I have length B and angle B. So I'm going to come up with the ratio. 12.5 is to sine of 120 129.5 as, pick either one, doesn't matter, C, because we're going to have to do it twice, is to the sine of C. C is 15.2. Now remember, your calculator has to be in degree mode. So if you're in radian mode, that's a 15. Yeah, 15. So solving for C, we're going to multiply both sides by the sine of 15. So C is equal to 12.5 times the sine of 15.2 divided by the sine of 129.5. And that should give you 4.2. And we're going to do the same exact thing for A, 12.5. Don't use the 4.2 and angle C because this is rounded. This was given to us as 12.5. So 12.5 is to the sine of 129.5. It wouldn't be wrong to do it the other way. And that's going to equal, now what do we got to find? A. So that's going to be the sine of angle A, which is 35.3. And again, just multiplying both sides by the sine of 35.3, we get 12.5 times the sine of 35.3 all over sine of 129.5. And that is equal to 9.4. And our triangle is solved. And it's that easy. Well, tomorrow we're going to go into if you were given angle side side. And as you can see, that's going to give us some trouble. We might have one answer. We might have two answers. We might have three. No, we can have zero answers, no solution. We can have one answer or we can have two answers. So we're not going to get into that yet today. We're going to practice this, get real good at it. It's actually very easy. So you shouldn't have too much trouble. And we'll talk about the angle side side tomorrow. And then we will go into the law of cosines. All right, that's all I have for you.